Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Ansible Sikho. In this training, we are going to learn Ansible from beginner to foundational level as per industry requirement. This fundamental level is designed not just to explain what Ansible is, but to make you all confident enough to use Ansible in your organization and make it live in production. Okay, so let me show you what all the prerequisites. So here you need to have a basic Linux command exposure before proceeding with Ansible learning. So here we would need knowledge on the networking concept, file permission and ownership, then the service management, Linux based command, directory level command, okay, and then user group and management. In networking concept, we need you to have a basic command level exposure like checking host name, IP address, port, SSH, telnet, ping. All those command level exposure you should have in hand. Regarding file permission and ownership, you should know how to check the permission, change the permission, check ownership, and change the ownership of files and directories. Okay. Regarding service management, starting the service, stopping the service, checking the status of the service, like if I say SSH service or HTTP Nginx service, okay. So all these service, whether they are stopped, whether they need to be stopped, okay, they need a start, restart, okay. So all these command, a basic level command, you must be aware of, okay, so that we could be able to write and understand the playbook and its execution on the remote host. Okay, Linux basis command like list files and directories, change to directory, copy, move, remove files and directories. You should know all these basics. So regarding user and group management, so we need to create a user. Okay, so creating a local user, deleting a local user, creating local groups, deleting local groups. Okay, adding user in the local group. Okay, and adding user in vi sudo or will assigning a root privileges. So all these things you should know. This is the prerequisites. Though I am going to cover all these basic command level training in my next video, okay, but if you know in advance, that will be added an advantage. Otherwise you can go through my other video when I will be creating all these things, where I will be teaching all these things, okay. So now we will see who should learn Ansible. So in this course is actually ideal for anyone working or planning to work in an IT infrastructure, or willing to work in an automation, or planning to move to automation. Okay, if you are a Linux system administrator, Windows system administrator, okay, so this course is really for you. If you are a VMware or backup engineer, web hosting, if you are working in web hosting team, okay, so you can opt for this course. If you are a network administrator working on L1, L2, L3, or you are a team lead and you are still using bash scripting, okay, so you can learn this Ansible to automate your infrastructure, and you can easily configure the network devices, okay. Uh, if you are a DevOps beginner, if you are an individual starting your career in DevOps journey, so you can opt for this course. You already have an IT industry knowledge and experience, and you want to upskill your knowledge in automation platform, then also you can learn this course. You can join this course. Okay. Another target audience is um, college student. If you are in final year IT or computer science student or a fresh graduate from the same stream, information technology or computer science, you can take this course and you can upgrade the skill in your resume. Okay. IT support engineers, like if you are working as a technical help desk and move to automation scripting, so you can join this. If you are a service desk engineer or a customer service, you are working as a desktop engineer, this course is for you. Since it doesn't require high level of deep level of coding knowledge, so that is the reason it is best suited for you. If you are a database administrator, if you are working as a database support like MS SQL, MySQL, MongoDB, which is on cloud, on-prem. Okay, so if you want to automate your database, so Ansible definitely supports Windows as well as a remote node. Okay, target node, and it also have it also has a module for databases like MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB, and all. Okay, which is on-prem as well as on cloud. So that will be added an advantage if you are from DB admin. If you are a cloud support engineer, whether fully cloud or you are managing hybrid cloud on Azure platform, AWS, GCP, so you can also join this course. Okay, now we will see the Ansible learning outcome. What are the outcome if you learn this skill? So after completing the basic Ansible learning, you will be able to automate day-to-day infrastructure tasks confidently. So you will be able to understand how automation works, how Ansible communicate with the target node, and how to write reusable automation code in the form of playbook. Okay. So most importantly, you will stop thinking like a manual operator. Okay, you will start thinking like an automation engineer. What all small tasks can be automated? You will start thinking and writing a playbook. So here, automation concepts, understanding the core principle and benefit of automation, you would be able to differentiate and utilize it. Server management, controlling multiple server from a single point, you would be able to do that after completing this course. Okay, playbook skills, you will have a complete playbook skills, writing from simple to complex level. Okay, it is, since it is YAML based playbook, so it is very easy to read and write and understand. Okay, you would be able to execute ad hoc commands, performing quick tasks without any playbook if there is any requirement. Okay, so variables and reusability can be achieved. You would be able to completely understand how to use variables for flexible and scalable playbook, right? System information gathering, you would be able to gather the system information like whether it is on-prem, VMware or cloud. So you can gather those information from the source and you can leverage those information to configure your infrastructure or have a strategy build um, like that. So you can use the system information for different purposes. Error handling can be achieved by implementing conditions and loops for robust automation. Okay, so error handling part can also be done by you very efficiently. Execution flow, you will understand how Ansible playbook and its commands are executed, what all the directories and files, necessary files are required to execute a task through playbook or ad hoc command level. So all those understanding you will gain here. Real world applications applying Ansible skill in practical scenarios. You will understand how you can use a real world application, how to deploy it, how to manage it, and how to configure it, right? So you will then be very eager to learn the advanced um, task or advanced modules in Ansible. So you will be preparing for more complex automation topics, and you would be thinking of learning a new advanced playbook, a very complex level playbook. So all these things will be an outcome after learning Ansible. Okay, let's see the career benefit. Here, Ansible is one of the most demanding tool in automation era. Okay, as you know, so DevOps and cloud roles are very much demanding this particular technology to manage their infrastructure, automate the infrastructure, and configure the infrastructure. So your value will increase in the role like cloud engineer, system engineer, Linux engineer, platform engineer, automation engineer. As a DevOps engineer role, your value will increase and there would be a high demand for such roles. Okay, if you mention Ansible configuration manage as a configuration management tool knowledge in your resume, so it will definitely boost your career. So this skill directly helps in career growth, better project and better salary opportunities. Okay, automotive value deployments and configurations in this field, you will get a job and you will get a role to work in this field. Okay, so enterprise level and startup level also using Ansible. So you have the opportunity there as well. As a DevOps foundation, you will be able to integrate Ansible with Jenkins and Docker, which is nothing but a containerization platform. Okay, you will be involved in problem solving team. Okay, you will get a desired state and idempotency. Okay, so we have seen what is idempotency. So you will be involved in such a discussion. Then transition to DevOps if you are working as a technical helpdesk engineer or a support engineer or a DB engineer, or you are working as a Wintel or VMware engineer. So you will have a high chance to convert your role to DevOps, okay, or to automation engineer post doing this course. Fine. So here we are going to see what is Ansible fundamentals. So here we will see what is Ansible, what are 5W and 1H of Ansible, what are the Ansible versus Chef and other CM tool. It is nothing but configuration management tool. Okay, Ansible architecture we are going to see where we are covering and explaining control node and managed node. Okay, apart from that, there would be many other things to add in architecture. Okay, the use cases of Ansible like configuration, deployment, and orchestration. Okay, all this part we are going to see. So here we will see that what is Ansible, why Ansible, and who uses Ansible, when it is used, where it is used, and how it is used. Fine. So what is Ansible? Ansible is an open source IT automation tool to automate your infrastructure. It is used mainly for the configuration management of your resources. It handles the application deployment and configuration. It manages infrastructure provisioning as well. It automates your repetitive IT tasks and ensures the consistent server state. It uses YAML-based playbook. YAML is nothing but yet another markup language. It is very human friendly and very much readable and understandable format which playbook uses. Okay, it is agentless architecture. Agentless architecture means the remote host or remote node, the target node, does not require any kind of agent to run to connect with Ansible controller. Okay, so to connect to Ansible controller is nothing but Ansible server where Ansible is installed. So it doesn't require any kind of agent, okay, or a plugin on remote host. It works on push based technology or push based automation. Push based is nothing but from your controller, it pushes whatever modules are written to your managed node. Okay. From managed node, then those modules are executed and output is tra transferred back to the control node. This is how it works. So push based technology and agentless architecture makes Ansible very powerful. Okay. Now we will see why should we use Ansible? Because it reduces human efforts and manual tasks. It ensures the consistency across your infrastructure. It speeds up the provisioning task and deployment and configuration tasks where a human takes a lot of time to do. Okay. Easy to learn and simple syntax because of YAML. Okay, because it use YAML syntax, it is very simple to learn and understand. It scales easily for large infrastructure. It is very flexible. That is the reason it scales at large level. Integrates well with DevOps pipeline. It saves time via automation. It achieves idempotency, which is nothing but ensures the desired state is met. Idempotency is nothing but running a same playbook, a same set of instruction on remote host multiple time, but we are getting the same result. Why? Because if I want HTTP service to be in started mode and I am running the playbook, okay, which checks the HTTP status. Okay, it finds that the HTTP status is stopped. It will execute the command, it will make the configurational changes and will start the service. But from next time, if I run the same playbook on the target node and service is in already started mode, so it is not going to make any configurational changes over there. It simply ignore that. Okay, it is not going to harm that server or restart the service. Okay, so this is called achieving idempotency. Means if the service is called, if the desired state is found in the same state, it is not going to do anything. If the target server is not in the desired state, then only it will make configurational changes. So it improves the reliability and repeatability as well. So that is the reason why we use Ansible. Who should use Ansible? DevOps engineer, system administrator, whether Linux, Windows, VMware administrator, backup administrator, DB administrator, a cloud engineer, network engineers, security team can also leverage this Ansible skills or its technique to uh, automate their security functionality. Okay, to achieve fix the vulnerability. I mean, okay. So developer for CI/CD can make use of Ansible. IT operational team can make use of Ansible. Enterprises managing hybrid cloud, like on-prem, some services are on-prem and some services are on cloud or multi-cloud. Enterprises can also opt for Ansible. So these are the key who should use the Ansible. When to use Ansible? So when we require any configurational multiple changes on the large environment consistently, repeatedly, so we have to use this Ansible. Deploy application repeatedly, we have to use Ansible. Perform patching and upgrade, you can use Ansible to ease your task, to avoid any human intervention or any human errors. Manage services and users on large scale can be used. Replace manual shell scripting. So shell scripting works only on a server. So it replaces the shell scripts. Okay, where in shell script we are not getting idempotency. Okay, we have to write a complex logic to achieve idempotency while writing a shell scripts, which is a tedious task and very complex to understand. Okay, that is the reason we have to opt for Ansible. Automate routine operational tasks can be done through Ansible. Like I want a particular service to be stopped in the night and in the morning, that service to be in started mode. So, you know, scheduling a particular task may fail and I will have to, write a complex code. But in Ansible, using a module, simple module, we can achieve it. We will see all these things while we are starting with the practical. Um, when tasks become repetitive, Ansible become very essential to use. So that's all the point when we use the Ansible. Where to use Ansible? So there are multiple platforms where Ansible can be used. First, for the most operating system, whether it is CentOS, RHEL, Ubuntu, Amazon Linux, or Windows, on this platform where we can use Ansible. Cloud platforms or on-prem platform where Ansible can be used, like cloud, Azure, AWS, GCP, then on-prem VMware. Okay, the physical servers we can use Ansible. Okay, so we there is a container platform as well. Okay, so in container platform, Docker, Kubernetes, OpenShift, all these platforms are there where Ansible can be leveraged. Network devices like routers, switches, firewall uh, can be automated through Ansible. Okay, so manufacturer like Cisco, Juniper, Palo Alto. Okay, so those are the manufacturer can be used. Okay, so how to use Ansible? So here we are saying that we need control node and manage node. Ansible works on control node and manage node model. Okay, control node is nothing but an Ansible server where Ansible is installed. Ansible package is installed. Manage node is nothing but an Ansible controlling those nodes using SSH. Okay, so Ansible is installed on the control node. Okay, in simple term, control node becomes your server, central server. Managed nodes are listed in the inventory. Okay, inventory is placed on your server. So the server knows that this uh, inventory contains two or three or four managed node. Okay, where SSH enablement is in place. Though there is no SSH enablement, it will throw an error. Playbook defines the desired state. Okay, this is how we are going to use Ansible. Ansible connects via SSH in case of Unix-like platform and WinRM for Windows-based. Modules executes tasks on managed nodes and results are returned back to the control node. This simply confirms that it is work on push-based automation. Okay, so this is nothing but push-based automation. So that's all in 5W and 1H of Ansible. We will see the Ansible architecture now. So in Ansible architecture, so as I already told you, this control node is nothing but a server where your Ansible package is installed. Okay, this control node can be of Linux, okay, CentOS or Ubuntu. It will contain playbook, a set of a multiple playbook. It will hold inventory. It will have configuration file. Okay. Then there is a manage node where control node takes a connection using SSH. In case of Linux or in case of Windows, it uses WinRM, Windows OS. Okay. Your managed node can be of Linux, CentOS, Ubuntu. It can be Windows. It can be VMware, vSphere. Your managed node can be VMs on ESXi host. Your managed node can be ESXi. Okay. Your managed node can be network devices like router, firewall, and switches. Okay. Any of these. Or I have not mentioned it here. Your managed node can be over cloud instances or VMs on Azure, AWS, or GCP. Okay, so accordingly, it just make use of SSH in case of Linux based, WinRM in case of Windows OS. Apart from this, it is not leveraging any other connection protocol. Okay, it uses HTTPS as well based on the condition if it is connecting to API. So if it is connecting, your managed node is nothing but an API URL. So in that case, port number 443 should be reachable from the control node. Okay, from the control node 443 port 80 should be reachable, or on whatever port the API is working. So architecture says that whatever playbook is written and whatever inventory it holds, and as per the configuration file, it runs the modules on all the target node available in the inventory. Okay, whatever target node not mentioned in the inventory will not have any kind of execution, because it will not going to it is not going to connect to that particular or establish a connection, SSH connection to the managed node simply. Okay, so if there are another managed node M4, okay, so again it is going to take a connection. If it is Windows based, so it will take WinRM. WinRM protocol is 5985 or 86. Okay, SSH works on port number 22. So this is the Ansible architecture. This is how it works. Once the execution of module written inside playbook is executed, then The output is again sent back to control node. Okay, so this is how it works. It works on push technology. It is push based, so it does not require any agent. It does not require any agent. Okay, I hope this architecture is very clear now. We will see the Ansible installation steps here. How we are going to install Ansible. In my case, I am using CentOS, but it can be installed on CentOS, Red Hat, and Ubuntu. Any Unix-like system. Any Unix-like system. You cannot install on Windows. It cannot be installed on Windows. Okay. So we are going to install Ansible using virtual environment, verifying Ansible installation. What is virtual environment? We will see what is virtual environment in the practical. How virtual environment is different from the installation on your main system. Means I will tell you, Ansible can be installed in two ways, like in using virtual env. Okay, and another is on your main Unix system. Okay, virtual environment make use of Python. Virtual environment makes use of Python 3. Okay, so it requires Python 3. We will see SSH port 22 is required from control to control node to manage node. Manage node. Okay, so this is what we require. Understanding Ansible directory structure, we will see that, and setting up passwordless SSH. So to connect to any server, it requires password. Okay, in our playbook also we are using password, but in case of passwordless, we have to pass a key, fingerprint. Okay, so we will see that while doing practical. Fine. Here we are going to see what is inventory. The inventory is where Ansible gets information about which servers to manage and which server to configure. Whatever servers not available in the inventory list will not get any kind of connection establishment. So we will learn static inventory and dynamic inventory. It is nothing but created by us. This dynamic inventory comes from cloud. AWS, Azure, GCP, but here we are going to get created by us. Static inventory we created. Okay, we are going to see the groups in inventory. Okay, groups are there, ungrouped host, grouped host. We are going to see how to organize those hosts at a group level. We will see that. See, then organizing inventory in a real environment like dev, QA, prod, we will see that. Okay. A well-structured inventory makes automation very clean and scalable and readable as well. Okay. Host level, group level, inventories, we will see that. Okay, inventory formats, INI and YAML. In next slide, I'm going to show you this. So example of inventory in the form of INI and YAML format. So this is INI format and this is YAML format. So this is what called groups. This is nothing but your group, and this is nothing but your host, uh, control node, control node. Sorry, it's not a control node, it's a managed node or target server. We can say target server or client machine, client server, client machine. Okay, this is group. This is also group. If I write something here like 192.168.30.11, so what will it become? So this IP will become ungrouped, ungrouped host. Okay, this particular IP will become ungrouped host because above to this IP, this host, I have not written anything. So it will become ungrouped host. Okay, this is nothing but the attribute to connect using this particular user. Okay, this is nothing but a user friendly name, alias name, alias name. Okay, and this is the attribute. Okay, this is the default attribute which is present in the module, and this is the host. Now let's come here. This is a group web server. Okay, and these are the variables. Variable, but these are the common variables. These are the common variable for group web server. Okay, so now understand here. Ansible SSH user, Ansible connection, and Ansible port. These three variables are common for this web server. Okay, why this web server? For this particular host. Okay, all these three variables are related to this particular host. If I have any other server here, okay, 192.168.30.111, if I say, so these all variable 1, 2, 3 user connection and port will be utilized by this particular host. It means this host and this host, both the host will have the same kind of variables. Okay, they have the same kind of property. That is the reason this format is used here. Assign all the variable to this particular group. Okay, now we come here. Sorry. So this is YAML format. Okay, just like a dictionary. So all means everything, all host, all hosts. Okay, all host has a children. All host has a children. All host as a parent. Okay, and this is a children belongs to this parent and will have web as a group. It is nothing but a group. Okay, here this is the group and this is the host. Okay, and these are the variables. Okay, this is another group. This is another group. This is host. Okay, this particular group will consist of host, and this host will have different servers updated here, the target node updated here. Okay, so here you can see the location is US, the location is India, the location is UK. Here region and location India Delhi. Okay, and the region is ABC, and here XYZ. I have just taken a random name here. Okay, so why I'm writing like this? Why I'm not giving a variable here? Because I have different variables for a particular host. Okay, this particular host is located in US, this host located in India. That's the reason this variable should be tagged to this particular host, this location to be tagged to this particular host. Okay, so all the hosts cannot have the similar location. That is the reason I have to write it individually. Okay, we will check this in upcoming videos where we will do practical using hostwares. Okay, it can be achieved using hostware, but that is also a different way to do that. This is the simplest way and not a time consuming, but very friendly way to update, write, update, and understand. So this is how the YAML format look like. Okay, Ansible ad hoc commands. So here we will see uh, the ad hoc commands. Ad hoc commands are used for quick and one-time task execution on remote host. Okay, so running a shell commands using modules via ad hoc. Um, we will see what are the examples of ad hoc commands modules. So there is a ping module. Modules means there is a module written in Python for ping. There, likewise, it will have command, shell, copy, file, service, yum, and update. So all these modules are written in modules are written in Python already available. Okay, so these are the ad hoc commands. Let's see. Here we will see the playbook. Playbook are the core of Ansible automation. Okay, so we will understand how the playbook structure looks like: place, host, variables, task, modules. Okay, it uses YAML syntax rules to make it very clearly readable and understandable. Okay, without YAML, playbook cannot be written. So you will have to understand YAML first. It is very simple. Okay, very easy to learn and understand. Ansible uh, playbook. Okay, once you understand the playbook structure, okay, writing automation becomes a very logical and systematic and very easy way for you. So executing playbook using command, okay, you will learn how to execute playbook using the Ansible playbook command. You will understand the common options, verbosity options, and dry runs, limiting execution to specific host. All these things you will learn when we are going to run this command after writing a playbook. So basically, what it is saying that when this particular command is executed, Ansible hyphen playbook demo underscore playbook.yaml, it sends instruction to Ansible controller. Okay, this Ansible controller will checks whether it has ansible.cfg in place, whether the given command has any command line variable hyphen e, something extra variables in it or not, whether the inventory file is in place and hosts are there, and what all the structure of inventory file. It starts checking everything. Okay, is there any local variable available? Okay, then based on the node available in the inventory file, it connects to those hosts. Okay, suppose if node 1 node 2 are present in inventory file. Okay, so it will connect to this two node. It will execute the module whatever written in the demo playbook. Okay, it will execute it here, and it will send the result output back to the control node. Suppose this is the control node and this is your manage node. Okay, so your control node executed the command or module or playbook on manage node, and in return managed node has provided you all the result as an output. Okay, this is how playbook is going to execute. Okay, we are going to see variables. So variables make playbook dynamic and reusable. Okay, we will learn playbook precedence, how playbook variables are taken care and handled, different variable sources. Okay, and data types like strings, list, dictionary, and integer, floating values. All those things are going to be taken care. Okay, so variables can be inside the playbook. Inventory variables will be there. There will be a separate variable file according to the requirement, and code reusability or flexibility. Okay, so we can create variable files as well using variables in the task. Okay, the common variable, default variable can be used in the task. We will see that. We are going to see the facts versus variables. What are the Ansible fact and what is the variables? So this is very essential while writing a production grade playbook. So we will understand this. So we will see the Ansible facts and gathering information here. Um, Ansible fact provides system information automatically, like uh, uh, all the properties like OS version, IP address, NIC information, MAC addresses, CPU details, memory, host names, date and time, then hard disk details, um, all the drives available, all the details will be available. Okay, there. So, what are the Ansible facts? It is nothing but all the collections of uh, all the attributes, collection of the system of the target nodes. Okay, for getting all these things, we use setup module. Okay, using facts like OS type, IP addresses, memory information, CPU information. All these information will be available in Ansible facts. Okay, many more. There are many more. We will see that. Okay, we can write our own custom facts. Okay, we will see by writing our and accessing the custom facts as well. Conditions and loops. So in conditions and loops, this is where the automation becomes very powerful. Using conditions, you can decide when a task should run. Okay, while using loops, you can run tasks multiple times efficiently, and this is where you reduces the duplication of the code and improves the playbook quality. Okay, so in conditions, we you are going to achieve when a particular task to be executed, and whether it is OS-based task execution, like if you want to put a condition based on any kind of version, Linux family version, whether a target host belongs to Debian or Fedora, then only execute the task. So this kind of can be achieved using condition when. Okay, looping will reduce the duplication of the code. So it will iterate everything to achieve the desired result. Okay, so there is a code keyword, loop, and wait items. We are going to see this in practical. Okay. Again, we are going to see the forks as well as serial. What is forks? So it is nothing but to control the maximum number of simultaneous connections the control node makes to managed host for a single task. Means I have a particular task one which has to be executed on managed node one. So for managed node one, managed node two, and managed node three. So it will try to achieve a parallelism. Okay, parallelism. Okay, so it will achieve parallelism here. Fine. Whereas serial, it divides the entire node into a different batches. Like it controls the batch size. Okay, it defines how many hosts complete an entire play before moving to the next batch. What does it mean actually? So let's say if I have let's say five hosts. So if I write serial colon 3, so it is going to take three hosts out of five hosts for task execution. Okay, got it? Okay, understood, no? Yeah. So this is what the functionality of serial, and forks means if there are multiple tasks running parallelly on host 1 or node 1. It achieves parallelism where it achieves processing, batch level processing. Okay. So here we will see that uh, how to choose between parallelism and control deployment using fork and serial. So when fork uses maximum parallelism, okay, it increases the resource usage like CPU, RAM, IOPS, because its main target is to achieve parallelism. Run multiple tasks at the same time parallelly. Okay, concurrently. Just run it. Whereas what does serial do? It mitigates the deployment risk by controlling the size into batches. I told you if I have a web server 5. Okay, so if there is a patching activity, so what it will do, if If patches are pushed on all 5 server, there will be downtime. Okay, website will be down. If I divide it into batches like 2 server at a time, so there would be 3 batches. Okay, two, one batch, second batch, and one is third batch. Okay, so this is how I can achieve no downtime. So in this way, I will achieve no downtime. Okay, so this is what serial do here. It mitigates the deployment risk. Okay, got it. So balancing parallelism and deployment in Ansible. So when actually this is wrong actually. Let's say if serial is 3 and forks is 10, make it opposite. Okay, so by maximizing um, the parallelism, okay, where the batch of 3 means the fork is greater than serial, so it will be under a controlled deployment. Okay, it will have a safe rolling update by achieving this one. Fine. The forks is less than serial, so here forks is 3 and serial is 10, so there is a limited parallelism. So if I say there are 10 hosts and 10 host is having only 3 parallel tasks to be executed, so there is a limited parallelism and slower execution. It will achieve very slower execution. So it has to be configured according to our need and as per our infrastructure configuration and requirement. So it means that balancing the parallelism and deployment in Ansible, we can achieve it by explicitly mentioning it. Okay, so we can see where what is the scope of forks and serial. So let's see the key differences here. So the scope of fork is a global configuration level, like we have to mention it in CFG file, okay, configuration file, or at command level, we have to mention it. Whereas serial is mentioned at play level of playbook. Okay, the purpose is to control maximum parallelism connection for a task, and its purpose is to control batch size for the entire play to achieve no downtime. Okay, the default value of fork, if not specified specifically, okay, it is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I do not mention it explicitly, like 6 or 7 or 8 or 10, it is going to consider 5. 5 tasks will be executed parallelly. Whereas in serial, there is no such default value. It will take all the host of the inventory, okay, and all the forks or the task will start getting executed parallelly, 5 at a time. Okay, so there is no default value for serial. What is the goal? The performance and speed can be achieved by increasing the parallelism to 5 to 10. The serial can be used to controlled environment, rolling update, and risk management of downtime. Okay, we can achieve no downtime of our application when it comes to patching. So if I have shown you an example, if we are planning accordingly, so our application will not be down. Okay, so this is what the fork and serial. Yes, so here we are going to see the Ansible best practices. Finally, we'll cover the Ansible best practices used in real organizational way. Okay, so this include folder structure, meaningful playbook name and task name, organizing the playbook in a proper structured way, using roles instead of large playbook. Okay, we will see this one as well, how we can achieve it. Avoiding shell command in playbook when Ansible module is persist. Okay, when there is inbuilt module available, avoid using shell and command. Okay, this takes a lot of time. We will see all the modules and explicitly running a shell command in playbook. We can disable gather facts so that all the data, if consider we have 50 hosts. Okay, so gather fact, what will it do? It will gather facts like all the attributes related to a particular host. If it is a 50 host, it will take gather fact of all the 50 hosts, which will slow down the execution, as well as it is not at all recommended it in production, and it is not a good practice. Okay, unless and until it is required, and if it is limited to a very specific server, very limited server. Out of 50, if there are two or three, and we require those details related to the host, target host, so we can enable it. Okay, we will see this. Avoid unnecessary debug module to print output. So whenever we are writing a playbook, we though we have not started, we will see this. So we can avoid printing the output or checking it whether it is correct or not. In production level, we should avoid it. Okay, so the execution time will be optimized here. Okay, so this would be the best practice at a beginner level. Okay, so that's all. By the end of this course, you won't just know the Ansible, but you will be able to use Ansible confidently in real world environment. So thank you, all of you guys. Happy learning with Ansible, Sikho. See you in my next video where we will be starting with practical. Okay, so theory part is done. Thank you, all of you.